The National Football League on September 22nd released an agreement between the league and the National Football League Players Association, NFLPA, through Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. The memo reveals the joint agreement between the two parties regarding the NFL's changes toward the forthcoming 2022 Super Bowl scheduled for Monday, February 14, 2023. Tennessee Titans go-to target Delaney Walker revealed a punching announcement after the Titans match with the San Francisco 49ers. You'll find out what he said and more in this video. Let's take a look at what the memo entails. The first thing to note is that instead of an actual Pro Bowl game, the NFL and the NFLPA have decided that a replacement event will be held during the week of the 2022 Super Bowl. In light of this, new requirements have been drawn up for the event. In addition, the memo covers 7 core areas of the event: the selection requirements, the breakdown of the events, players' compensation, benefit cost, injury, payment, and lastly, applicability. Moving on, let's talk about the selection process. Players will be strictly selected for the event, and all the selected players must participate in the event. Any case of absenteeism will only be overlooked if the players are in bad shape medically and are not fit to participate. Next is the breakdown of events. All the selected players are expected to have arrived for the replacement event Tuesday of that same week, which falls on January 31st, 2023. It doesn't seem like any plans were made for earlier arrivals. The replacement event runs from Tuesday, January 31st to Sunday, February 5th, after which all players are free to leave. The week will include skills competitions and events, crowned by the 2 game day events happening on Sunday. The NFL has stated that players will be asked to participate in these events based on their skills and positions, so it's not entirely a free-for-all thing. At least we've gotten that from the start. The skills competition will include quarterback drills, best catch, dodgeball, and thread the needle, but the competition isn't limited to these skills alone. While the game day events will be flag football games, that will be 7-on-7 showdowns. There will be no offensive or defensive linesmen, and the games are strictly non-contact. The game will be strict on positions. However, players who wouldn't feature in the games will have to participate in any skill-related before the flag football games. There is an important requirement. Players cannot leverage a skills event as an excuse for not participating in the event day game, as it only stands to jeopardize their player share. Now, to the part most players will not overlook, what will the compensation look like? The NFL and NFLPA have agreed on $5,544,000 for the competing teams. Each player on the winning team will receive $84,000, assuming it's a 44-man team, while the players on the losing side will receive $42,000 each. In addition, the winning team will be decided from the compilation of the scores for both the skills competition and the event day games. However, each player must have fulfilled some required obligations, such as participating in the game day events, skills competition, and other necessary practices to qualify for a share in the compensation, whether he belongs to the winning team or not. Talking about the player benefit costs, the replacement event is all expense paid. Hotel costs, meal allowances, and plane tickets for the players, including their spouses and guests attending the event. The agreement also included a spot for a return specialist on each team, whose expenses will also be added as a benefit. In other news, Broncos running back Melvin Gordon had expressed his displeasure on being sent to the bench in the heat of losing to the Los Angeles Chargers. Gordon is a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Los Angeles Chargers for half a decade before signing up with the Denver Broncos. Facing his former team was a moment no player would want to miss. Most players would want to flaunt their new skills and experience in situations like this, playing for a new club, while for others, it's simply a revenge match. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case for Gordon when the Broncos had a fierce showdown with the Los Angeles Chargers last Monday. Gordon's short 8 snaps playtime didn't take him past the second quarter in the Broncos' 19-16 loss to the Chargers. In addition, he recorded only 3 carries for 8 yards before he was called off the action. In his place was newcomer Latavius Murray, who proved to Nathaniel Hackett, the Broncos head coach, that he was up to the task. Murray finished the game with 27 offensive snaps and went 66 yards on 15 carries. Sadly, his efforts weren't enough to help his team win. Talking about the situation with Bridget Condon from the NFL Network, Gordon puts it this way: "I'm not gonna lie, it hurt a little today watching. Threw up in the little clown logo on my face, and I noticed it all," talking about his clowning on the scoreboard. "It sucked. It sucked knowing that I wasn't able to do anything about it. Go out there and help my team win. Going into overtime, sitting watching the whole game, knowing that I could be out there. So that kinda hurt, but it's part of it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger mentally." Gordon was Denver's supposed first choice for the first drive, so seeing him on the sidelines was a little awkward. Gordon spent his time on the sidelines, eager to get into the action. In one of the moments in the game, the camera spots Gordon silently agitated by his inaction as he watches the game with unbroken focus. He says of the moment, "Kinda just waiting for my number to get called so I can go out there and help my teammates." Gordon said when asked what he was thinking on the outside looking in, "It was a close game. Felt like I could have helped make a difference, but not." Talking about the benching with Bridget Condon, Gordon insists that he he was clueless about why Hackett substituted him. He says, "I'm sure it'll be a conversation that's had, but to tell you exactly what happened, I can't say, because I don't know." Meanwhile, the Chargers aren't getting the best out of multimillionaire signing J.C. Jackson. What's more embarrassing than seeing your big-time signing flop in one of the most crucial games of the season? Jackson had one of his worst moments in the NFL during Monday night's game. It was so horrible that even after playing 23 snaps in the first half of the game, he was submitted with Michael Davis for the second half. Davis finished the game with 32 snaps and also played overtime. On the other hand, Jackson joined in the action from the sideline. Thinking about Gordon's similar situation with the Broncos, we can almost figure out what was on Gordon's mind as he watched the game. But unlike Gordon, Jackson wasn't clowned on the scoreboard. The replacement isn't good for Jackson's rep, and if he keeps being sent to the bench in crucial games, then he's no real use to the Los Angeles Chargers. Jackson's 5-year deal with the Chargers is worth $82.5 million, a staggering amount for an underperforming player, don't you think? Furthermore, 3-time Pro Bowl TE Delaney Walker announced his NFL retirement after 14 seasons. Walker's official announcement came after the San Francisco 49ers and Tennessee Titans match. It's been 14 long seasons in the NFL after being picked by the Niners in the 6th round of the 2006 NFL Draft. Walker's 7 years in the NFL were not entirely eventful. He was featured on the depth chart before signing up with Tennessee and became one of the best on the team. Speaking with the Titans' official website, Walker put his experience with the Titans this way: "I would say it worked out better than I could have imagined. I dreamt about it and made it come to life because I believed it would. I knew once I had the opportunity, I wasn't going to let it get away from me. Playing in Tennessee with the Titans was better than I ever dreamed of, and I can't thank the Titans organization enough for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to do everything I was able to do. It was a dream come true, to be honest with you." Here's a comparison of Walker's time with the San Francisco 49ers and the Titans, respectively. Throughout his 7 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers, Walker could only produce 123 catches for 1,465 yards and 8 touchdowns. However, Walker was given more opportunities in Tennessee. In his next 7 seasons with the Titans, Walker generated 381 catches for 4,423 yards and 28 touchdowns. That's double everything. In his first 4 years with the Titans, Walker never saw below 800 yards with each campaign and caught 20 touchdowns. In 2015, he hit a career of 1,088 yards. Walker retires from the Titans with 504 catches for 5,888 yards and 36 touchdowns. A proud player, grateful for every opportunity the Titans had given him. Speaking further, Walker gave an inspiring overview of his time in the NFL. "When I came into this league, I wasn't a big name, and I left this league with a big name, and that just shows I worked hard for this," Walker said. "I worked hard to put myself on the map and prove I was an elite player in this league. To be able to retire with the Titans means a lot because I feel like those were my best years. I'm honored to go out as a Titan. They gave me the opportunity to play my best football and to go out there and do what I do best, and that's be a dog. I am glad that I'm able to retire as a Titan." Do you have any thoughts about today's video? Kindly let us know about it in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.